Hey everyone, how's everybody doing today? Oh my goodness. Okay, it just looked funny that way. I need to put another button on. Should I go with the extra button? Or do a little cleavage show? That's the question. Got to figure out how to wear it. How's everybody doing today? Welcome in, welcome in. Hope everybody's doing well today. I was trying to decide, do I leave it like this or do I show a little bit more cleavage? Someone said a little more cleavage. Oh, hold on, I got it. There you go. That's the kind of comments I want to. That's the comments I want to see on my birthday. All right, that's okay. I am not above being gassed up. Okay, I am not above that in the slightest. I don't have to ask Ari about the polo. She's the one who picked it out. Don't go all Bob and Watts on us. What's up, Ethan? Thank you so much, man. Good to see ya. Hope you're having a good one, man.
It's insane.
Yes, it is my birthday today. It is my birthday today. Oh goodness gracious! I'm the big 3-9 today. Officially 1 year until the 40 bomb hits. Oh, thank you. Oh, Matt, what's going on, Matt? How you doing, brother? Good to see you, man. Don't worry, 40s go fast. I think you probably you probably said that endearingly. But it sounds like the slow march of death. Yeah. The 40s go fast, the 50s go fast, and then you're just dead.
It's insane. It's insane.
The slow march of death that is slowly taking us to our final resting spot. Thank you so much, Ethan. I appreciate you, brother. And Matt over here, Matt says, "Happy birthday! You don't look a day over 38." I think, yeah, I what do I look? Do I look like yesterday? Then is that what we're going with? I look exactly like yesterday. I guess that's a good thing. Staying young looking, right? I might claim 38 for a couple more years. Just see how it treats me. All right. That's the one thing I will say that's a negative with having your birthday so far into the end of the year. Like I've been saying, like I'm about to turn 39. I feel like for like 6 months now. Like I've literally been saying like how old are you? Oh, I'm about to be 39. And so I feel like I'm only like 6 months away from being almost 40. You know what I'm saying?
It's insane.
Next birthday, you say it's the anniversary of turning 38. Oh, I like that. Anniversary of me turning 38. I could dig that. Thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. I really, really appreciate it. He said, bro, you look 27. I will also take that as a compliment. Holy Ghosted Katie said, yes, I turned 52 today. $52 today. Isn't that cool? I'm right behind you. I'm getting there. Normally, when I see it's somebody's birthday, I sing happy birthday on the live. Someone else said I turned 72 today. Wow, we have lots of Sagittarius in this house. Normally, I would sing happy birthday to people, you know, because it's their birthday. I like to do that. All right. But it would feel kind of weird singing happy birthday on my birthday to myself. That would be kind of strange if I just busted out in song singing happy birthday to myself. Maybe Ari said she might come do it. Well, we might have her lead it when she gets home. Oh, we got Megan in the house. Thank you so much for the $7 over here. Said, oh, it's your birthday. It is my birthday. It is. All day. And Megan, again, happy birthday to you for today and today only, Paul. W. Paul. You know what? In the spirit of my birthday, can we get W's in the chat for Megan? Since it's my birthday, we will do W's in the chat for Megan because I'm in a good mood today. All right. So W's in the chat for Megan today and today only. There's a one-time thing. All right. One-time thing. We're not going past that. Guys, while Megan is here, if you guys see, let me take down actually Megan's thing. If you see, if you're in the portrait live, of course, it's above my head. If you're on the landscape, it's over here. If you see that awesome little thing, why do you still support Trump with the call-in? Megan made that. So send an extra W in the chat out for Megan for making that awesome, I don't know what to call it, sticker, I guess, for making that for the live for all of us. All right. So thank you so much for that, Megan. I really do appreciate you. I really. Banner works. I like Banner. So yeah, lovely Megan made that. So we really appreciate her for that. Pixie, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Says, happy birthday, have a great day, and of course, give Summer some good pets for me. I will. She's tired right now. We had a nice long walk. We did just over 2 miles today before we came on. So Summer's relaxing. I'm sure she'll be more than happy to come up and say hi later. But thank you so much, Pixie. I really appreciate that. And see, as soon as I give Megan W's, this is what I get. This is what I get right after that. Okay. This is what I get right. I finally allowed for some W's in chat for Megan, and this is what I get. You see? You see why you just can't give her an inch. Thank you, Megan. I really appreciate it. And Devils for Life, thank you so much for the hundreds. I really appreciate that. You're comboed up at least 10 right there, so I really appreciate that. Thank you so much, though. Thank you, Tanya, for the floating heart. I really appreciate that. Also, Sandwich with the floating heart. Abra Scam link on. That's kind of a funny name. For the 100, I really appreciate that. Disco with the... I don't even know what that is. The You're Awesome. I see you over there. I appreciate that. Kathy with the cheers. I appreciate that so much. Oh yeah, with a couple of them over there. Sorry, I just want to make sure I hit everybody in there. And Carolyn, thank you so much for the $39 super chat. Huge W's in the chat for Sherilyn. For the $39 super chat. One for every year. One for every year. Thank you so much. Can we use the chat for that? For the dollar for every
insane.
year birthday over here? I really appreciate that. Yep, fellow Sagittarius in the house. Thank you so much, Carolyn. I really appreciate that. Oh, Tara, thank you so much. Tara, I'm glad. Yeah, I was back last night. I don't think anybody knew I was back last night. Because it was kind of a it was kind of a slow one, but that's okay. That's all right. We are back today and a little early today, just so I can, spend some time and yeah, I don't think notifications must not have gone out or something because it was really, really low last night. That's okay though. So yeah, but Glitch Show says, I'm going to my late shift. I'll watch it later. Yes, always remember, please, if you missed the live, come back and watch it later. Okay? Come watch it later. They're always on my YT page over there. So come watch it later. Go check it out. It's fun on the rewatch too. It is. And Jocular, what's going on, bud? How you been, man? Say happy birthday, Paul, you old sponge, you. Yeah, I'm getting up there. I'm pretty much gone now. Like we're well over the halfway point at this point. Thanks, Jocular. I appreciate you. Hope you're doing well. Thank you. Hope you're doing well. All right. Now that we got through a lot of that. What's up in politics today? I'll be honest with you. I haven't really turned on too much politics today. All right. Because I've been, relaxing, doing nothing, as I should be able to on my birthday. All right. I'm sure there's some news I missed today. And, that's a thing or whatever. But we are going to continue with regularly scheduled programming. War Crimes. The War Crimes was last week. All right. The War Crimes is old news now. All right. We gotta keep going with it. What is going on? Okay. It's just a constant news cycle. When it's not newsworthy, it's old news. All right, I guess that makes sense. Let's be very honest. Most of all of this, I'm already getting phone calls in. I don't have my phone number turned on. We have all new and improved crimes now. Oh yeah. Yeah, so we just it's a constant news cycle, so you have to keep up. Donald Trump's just gonna, you guys are ready to talk about war crimes. Donald Trump's gonna do, I don't know, something else. We just got to keep moving. See, the war crimes have almost made you forget about the Epstein files. Oops, sorry. Yeah, they almost made you forget about it. Trump couldn't stay awake. Trump is 130 years old. Of course he can't stay awake. Hello, how are you?
Oh, hi. Hey, I just wanted to shift just a teeny bit if I could. I saw someone say, what was the shooter's motive?
What shooter's motive?
The one they're talking about right now, the DC, the person that drove from the West Coast all the way to DC to shoot those two.
How would I know what his motive is?
You don't, but I have an idea that I heard someone say, and I thought it was interesting, and I would like to share it if there's any interest.
Not really. I have no interest in just speculation over somebody's motive when we're going to find out the motive in due time. I believe
really important, though.
I doubt it is.
Is that Trump said Biden let this person in. Biden let them in, and we can't get them out. Now, what we do know about those people is they fought next to us in Afghanistan. They risked their lives for 10 or 20 years, drove combat missions, helped decide roads, worked side by side with America. And after they did that, they were allowed to come to America for the safety of themselves from retaliation and the safety from their families. What I think has happened is when he put that ban, the Muslim, all of these people that did that for us have now are going to be possibly, they feel that down. They gave up their lives, they gave up their safety, and now they're going to get sent back for pure murder. That is really logical, and Trump is saying that they can't get rid of him. Why would they want what? He's not even looking at what might motivate a person whose family's at risk to drive all the way from the West Coast to there to make a statement in DC where somebody might actually, because sometimes, like the guy that shot the United Healthcare guy.
All right, let's hold on for a second, because it feels like we're starting to spiral now. All right. So I don't know what his motivations are. Are you saying that is a possibility that his motivations were based off of policy? Possibly. I'm not saying that they are, they aren't. What I'm saying is that there's absolutely no reason for us to speculate on this type of on his motive, because I think we can hold on. I think we're just going to find out what his motives were. It is obviously a very troubled singular individual, and he unfortunately did not help anything and only did harm to whatever cause he thought he was getting at, and probably wasn't thinking logically at all when he did it regardless. But I really don't feel any need to speculate on his motives. His motives were he wanted to hurt people, and when people want to hurt people, they do. Unfortunately, things like access to weapons in this country is way too prevalent. So when people do have these breakdowns and these psychotic breaks, they're able to get weapons at a much higher rate, and they're able to do damage to people and even to our troops when our troops are easily identifiable and put in places where they can be harmed. And I think that's a horrific thing. But I don't think we're going to really get anywhere by just making a speculation.
But we can, because we did it for the guy that shot the United Healthcare man, because he did it because there was a very horrible thing that was doing to him and many people in America. It's the same parallel to me. That is a possibility. So if we start talking about the possibility, people might open up their minds to, oh, it's just an idiot. No, there might be the same thing as the United Healthcare.
Yeah, and it might not be. It might be, but it might not be.
Why not throw it out there?
Why throw it out there? It could be the same thing as the United Healthcare guy. It could not be. It could be a psychotic break. It could not be. It could be all numbered. It could be PTSD from the things that he saw, working side by side with the CIA in Afghanistan. It could be a whole bunch of things. When it came to the United Healthcare CEO, it was direct, all right? There was someone in his family who had been denied. He directly went after the person who he believed responsible for that denial that hurt his family. The people no, it's not the same thing, because the people that he attacked, as far as those National Guardsmen, had nothing to do whatsoever with what happened when he was over the CIA or with any type of immigration policy. They were picking up trash and doing the grass in DC. They had no direct responsibility for anything that happened to him. Hell, none of those guys were in the military. I doubt either of those kids were even alive during 9/11. You know what I'm saying? So, like, they weren't direct people.
And he wasn't able to get to a CEO. He wasn't able to get to Pete Hegseth or whoever, or Trump himself, because Trump is denying these people that fought for them. And no one knows about it. And it will stay hidden that Trump is doing that to the thousands and thousands of people that fought for us and right next to us in Afghanistan. And I think it's inhumane to not have it be part of the discussion.
I don't think that's inhumane not to be part of the discussion. I just don't think that I live in a world where I have the ability to just throw random speculation. We'll find out what it's for. He'll let us know. People don't do acts like this and then try to hide.
Who will let us know? Trump?
He will.
Trump will never
He
let us
will.
know.
He will.
If no one
Not
catches
Trump.
Trump out,
Not Trump, the person who did it. The person who did it will make it known why he did what he did. That this will not be a question. His motivations will be public, and they will be public probably sooner than rather than later. Okay? So
well,
let's
then,
not speculate yet. Let's just wait for the facts to come out. I think that that's a much better right
okay,
now.
but the facts will never come out on the person that shot Trump. Either one of them, we still don't know anything about them. Why, when we have two, this is going to be the third time that something had that Trump said himself, that Trump is doing, that Trump orchestrated, that these people now have to leave. It's so obvious to
Wasn't
me
the guy didn't the
that
guy who
Trump
shot
isn't going
at
to.
Trump, isn't he dead?
No. Well, no. The one that shot his ear, and the other one that shot, there was two of them, and it's all been dropped. We don't know
Yeah,
anything
no, he's
about
dead.
it.
They killed that man.
The one they killed the
They
Kirk
did.
guy.
They didn't kill the guy on the golf course.
But what about the one that shot him from the top of the building
From the top of the building? That guy's
and
dead.
got his ear?
They killed that guy
What?
on the spot.
No, they didn't.
Yes, they did.
Okay.
The Secret
I
Service
will
sniped
stop.
him off of that rooftop.
We never learned anything about who he was, what any motivation.
We can't get the motivation out of a dead guy. Okay? This guy's
I
not
really
dead.
think that this is something
This guy's
put
not
out
dead.
there. Okay, I agree. I apologize. You can't get anything from a dead man. But I don't think Trump is going to allow that. I just don't think, unless we speak up for those Afghanistans or throw it out there as that's an injustice, that Trump is wanting to send them all back now, that he's calling them all traitor. I just think it's a point that's interesting, and that we should be speaking up for the Afghan, or at least throwing it out as this could be angering someone who might do that.
Now,
The whole
look, if we're
family was
talking about just the speaking up for the Afghanis that did help us fight against the Taliban, who helped us fight against Al Qaeda, who worked as translators in combat units all across the military and CIA, do I believe that they should have the right to be here? 100% I do. Okay, like that's not a question. All right, I 100% believe that they put their lives on the line right next to our soldiers in the same, war zones and vicinities as our soldiers, right? And I do believe that they deserve to have the ability to come to the United States after that for that act, right? I think, of course, that they need to be vetted just like this person was, okay? But again, like, we don't know what the motivations were of this guy. This guy, we don't know anything about him yet. So we're just going to wait. I'm going to wait. You can speculate if you like. I'm not, you're a grown woman. You can, you can make whatever speculation you like. As far as I'm concerned, I'm not going to speculate until I just have more information, because I think that that's the best to stop from a spread of misinformation. Because if we do that, right, if we start speculating on why this guy, did what he did, then we're no better than the people on the right who were just automatically speculating, right, about the person who shot Charlie Kirk, right? They automatically were like, oh, he's some radical leftist, he's this, he's that, he's blah, 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 when we didn't even have the full motivation, full motivation set, and we didn't really know enough about the guy to be able to make that assumption, right? So if we do the exact same thing as they did, then we're no better than they are, and I'm not going to sit here and speculate. I'm just going to wait for the information. All right?
I don't want to speculate. I just want to say, hey, people, what do you think about this? I'm not going to say, hey, this is why he did it. I'm telling you right now why he did it. I just want people to think, oh, wow, what are we doing for those people? Trump has called for a ban of all and sending them all back. I just want it to be an idea thrown out there. But thank you. I appreciate your time. You have been very nice to me. And
So
I really
I hope
feel
you,
better.
I'm going to move on to the
talking
next
about
caller, but I hope you have a nice day, all right?
it. You too.
All right. Yeah, y'all, we all want to know. We all want to know. Okay, we all want to know what his motivations are. We'll find out. I promise you, okay? We will find out. Maybe not tomorrow, but we'll find out. All right? But obviously the dude was a little messed up in the head, all right? Well, very messed up in the head. Okay. I personally think it's some like PTSD stuff, personally, but I don't know. That's just my guess. And we're not gonna sit here and speculate. All right. But I mean, let's just be honest. Like, it's not even like that far off from what we've seen American soldiers do when they've been in combat for too long and seen too much shit. You know what I'm saying? So, anyways, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Chris, thank you so much for the laughing disco. Don, thank you so much for the jewels. Sandwich again, Tanya again, Devils again. Thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys. Don, thank you so much for the $2. I said, thank you, Paulie. I really appreciate that. He also said, you're right. Your moderators are abusive today. I'm not getting in with that. You'll be fine. You've survived before. And Zazua said, happy birthday, Paulie. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the $2 happy birthday gift. I really, really appreciate that. And Scott, I see the donut over there. I really appreciate that also. Thank you guys so much. Again, please hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. If you'd like to support the live, I do have all the super chats, super stickers, all the fun stuff like that. I also have my live gift goal, and I have the pay links in the bio. So if you'd like to support, I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Yeah, it is my birthday today. It is my birthday. Big 3-9 today. Ari's going to come up and help me sing happy birthday in a bit. But we'll get into a couple callers first. Hello, how are you?
You're a fucking Jew. You're Jews. Everyone's a fucking Jew. Fuck the niggers. Fuck the niggers.
Hold on. So which one am I? If you're going to try to like talk shit on me, like, be a little bit more focused, you know? Be a little bit more focused on your insults. Just straight to the point. Like, if people, the art of insulting people really has died, hasn't it? The art of insulting people has really just fallen off a cliff. All right, just attack straight up. I did get called Four Eyes a couple weeks ago. That's what I'm saying, Corey. That's what I'm saying. Pick a racism and stick with it. All right? Don't be jumping all over the place. All right? Pointed. All right? Four Eyes. Oldie but a goodie. Okay? Direct. I am making fun of you because of your glasses. See? All right? That's what they did. Was it a good one? Not necessarily. Okay? But at least it was targeted. Okay? It was specific. This happened on this live. Someone was like, they were like, you and your Four Eyes girlfriend. That's what they said. Hey, that's what they said. They said you and your Four Eyes girlfriend. I was like, your Four Eyes just like your girlfriend. That's what he said. Johnny's been giving insult advice. There's not very many people better to do it. Hey, but at least it's to the point, okay? At least it's to the point. I understand it. All right? Like, even the N-word one, when they come up and do that, it's like, okay, cool. At least you're being, at least you're just being racist. You know? At least you're being racist, and you know why you're being racist. Like, you know which race you're being racist against.
Insane.
I think that's also important. All right? But if you're just gonna come up yelling, about this race, this ethnicity, this race, this religion, like, you're all over the place, man. Do better. Do better. Where'd I see it? Chris, thank you so much. He literally is calling back. I think he's calling back to try to get a better insult in. I'm good. Sorry, you had your chance. Chris, thank you so much for the $1. I really appreciate that. And hey, listen, I hate all people that desire a jet ski. See? Direct. If you want a jet ski, Haylist does not like you. All right? Now, I am, of course, that person. I want a jet ski. If anybody wants to buy me a jet ski for my birthday, They're more than welcome. It's on my Amazon wish list. I'm joking. I don't have an Amazon wish list. But if I did, I would definitely just have a jet ski on there. It would be one thing, and it would be a jet ski. All right. And then I would just wait for that jet ski. Thank you, Halus. I appreciate that.
Insane.
Mike, thank you so much for the $1. I think that's on Venmo. Said, what's the difference between arguing with your wife and a knife? Anyone? Bueller? One has a point. Stupid. So stupid. All right. That's the dumb joke of the moment. Don says, W. Corey for the $2. I appreciate that. Hell, thank you so much for the envelope. I appreciate that. Dr. Carla, thank you so much for the $10 super chat. Says, sir. Happy birthday. I hope you have a fabulous. Hope you have a fabulous last year of your 30s. Only up from here. Well, I'm excited for 2026. I truly am. I truly am. I'm very, very excited. I hope it's I think there's going to be big things coming in 2026. I really, really do. And thank you so much for the birthday wish. I really, really appreciate that. That is very, very sweet of you. So thank you so much. What is the number? Well, first of all, the number's here. Thank you so much, Doctor. Can we get big W's in the chat for Dr. Carla? The number's right here. You're in TikTok, though. You could just join the guest request box. You don't have to call the number. All right, y'all. If you guys still support Trump and you guys like to have a conversation, or if you don't really want to have a conversation, come on in anyway. And we'll have a conversation. I don't know. We can't be going too much crazier than the last call. Hello, how are you? That wasn't a very good crash out at all. We're having some people with some rough time today. I don't know. People are just weird today. It's okay. Hello, how are you?
I had a question. Do you or do you not support Trump? Because I was confused by the fact.
I do not support Trump.
Okay. I was just wondering.
Yeah, I'm. Do you support Trump?
I don't really care about politics. I was just wondering.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't.
Okay.
All right. Have a good one. Hello, how are you?
I was just wondering. Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Hello. What's good?
Hi, how old are you?
Hello, how are you? 26.
Are you listening to me on the live and trying to respond? Because you're going to need to listen to me on the phone.
Oh, look, I'm going to turn it down. I got 2 phones. Let's do it.
I got 2 phones. Anyways, do you still support Trump?
Yeah, I support Trump. Happy birthday too, fucker.
I appreciate that. I don't know why the fucker part was necessary, but I do appreciate the happy birthday wish in whichever form it comes. So why on this wonderful birthday day do you still support Trump?
Oh, I didn't know you wanted me not to support Trump for your birthday, but
if I could have any birthday wish, it would be that nobody supports Trump anymore.
Well, I hope you get it. Might not get it, but I hope you get it.
I doubt I will.
I don't know. This is like he's kind of leaning towards me not supporting him, but just the whole abortion thing. We don't need no abortions. We don't need no the whole trans in the bathroom things. I just don't like it.
Yeah. So I don't know what Donald Trump supporting Donald Trump has anything to do with trans in bathrooms. There's no Democratic president that ran on trans people in bathrooms besides Donald Trump. Actually, he's the only one that ran on it. And he also didn't affect that whatsoever. So if your whole thing is abortion, that's kind of ridiculous. Also, what is Donald Trump doing in this term to affect abortion?
Ah, fuck.
I thought we were in pretty easy question time. All right. I guess we'll move on to the next person. I thought we were in easy question time. I didn't know that was a trick one. I seem to be losing people over some very easy questions today. Yeah. Hello, how are you?
Yo, is this the live stream?
It is. Are you coming to me from the inside of a tornado?
Sorry, I could barely hear you. Wait, hold on. I got a really important question on the subject before I start. I can't really tell by the lighting, but do you identify yourself as like brown?
Do I identify myself as brown? I didn't know that was a thing we could identify as.
Well,
I thought
not
either you were brown or
not
you weren't
necessarily
brown. I
that.
didn't know there
don't
was like
mean it
a.
in like a weird way.
I didn't know there
I
was
don't
like a
mean it in
choice
like
in the matter. Because
there's some people who are weird about that.
I'll be honest with you. It depends. Like if it's like an employment thing, then I definitely identify as white. Or if I'm talking to the cops. Okay, I definitely identify as white. Okay. Now, if I'm talking to the ladies, I definitely identify as brown. And since we're just making choices. Okay,
fair enough.
Yeah, but at the local taco shop, I guess I just identify as Latino.
Fair enough. I guess I worded it wrong. Sorry, I'm kind of high right now. Mainly just like, your nationality. I can't tell by the lighting. You look very light. I couldn't tell if you were, brown or not.
Why does this matter?
Well, there's a lot of, racial subjects around Trump. Not recently, but,
Okay. I mean, yeah, there are a lot of racist things that Trump does, but Donald Trump does those racist things regardless of how brown I am.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to like gauge, how you would personally feel affected by it, because, if you yourself, have like direct lineage of, part of me wants to say brown people, but that doesn't sound right, but specific groups that, Trump has affected, like, how does it like, does it directly, well, I'm not trying to be like an ass, like, I'm asking that because it kind of depends, on if it would like personally affect you, on an own personal level.
Well, see, Donald Trump is the president of the United States, and that's the one thing I will say about Donald Trump right now. Okay. Right now, even though he, definitely does things that are, quite racist and sexist and all those sorts of other things, he's also very, very like equal opportunity right now. He's fucking over all Americans. Well, I guess unless you happen to be like the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. But besides that, He's pretty much fucking over all Americans, not just even specifically brown ones right now. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. Like, so if you're just un-American, like, or non-American, if you're anywhere within the jurisdiction of the United States, he's pretty much coming after you right now. So.
Yeah, pretty much. Now, I will say I don't really support him anymore. I regret having voted for him because now I realize that I have voted for a kike-loving pedophile.
Oh, all right. Well, you know what? Whatever reason you decide that, you don't like Trump, no matter how disgusting it is, if you're stopping fascism in America, I'll just take it, okay?
Fair enough.
All right. Now go away. Anyways, you know what? If your racism is what forces you not to vote for Donald Trump, then that's fine too. How do you guys like my happy birthday sign, by the way? I paid $2 for it at the dollar store. I just wanted to watch the live. I don't know why. Hello, how are you?
Hello?
Hi, how are you?
What's up?
What do you mean? You called here, brother?
Is this the live?
Yeah.
Oh, I just wanted to get like, why do you hate Trump?
I just don't like bad presidents generally.
Well, I kind of still support him, but I'm slowly like losing favor due to the whole ICE thing.
You mean him doing the thing you ran on and said he was going to do?
Yeah, I kind of like regret choosing that decision, but at the same time, like I still love him as our president. But can I get your sex tape per chance?
I don't
Like,
know
how much money do I have to see you bang your girlfriend? Is it extra for anal?
Only if it's your butt.
If it's my butt, I'm not a
insane.
fag, dude. Please.
You seem super interested in seeing me naked,
But, like,
so
I
I
know
just
you're a
kind of
fag of those
assumed.
fucking glasses,
Yeah.
you stupid little
I just kind of assumed, since you seemed very, interested in seeing me naked, that you wanted some. Interested. But you sound kind of ugly, so it'd probably cost you a bunch, to be completely honest with you. It'd probably cost you quite a bit. Now, there is a number. I just don't think you have that much. Thank you so much for the $10. I really appreciate that. For the $10 super chat, says happy birthday. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. You're very, very awesome. W's the chat for shush. Yeah, I'm just saying, like, there's always a number. There is a number. I just don't think you could afford it. All right. That number has quite a few zeros on it. All right. Hello, how are you?
Give me your sex tape.
All right, you're very strange. Yeah, I just don't think you could afford it. All right. And that's okay. I'm expensive. Hey, everybody has a number. There's no shame in that number. All right. Zero shame in that number. Oh, I did have someone in my guest request box. Shoot, I forgot. See if they're still there. All right, let's see who this person is. Hello? Hello? Jello? I don't think Jello's here. Jello's looking for chips. Jello is someplace looking for chips. Which chips do sound kind of good. It was definitely an accident. I just like messing with people a little bit. Yeah, I don't know where the MAGA have been. I assume they're sitting around being disappointed after their families stopped talking to them after Thanksgiving. Like they were supposed to go home for Thanksgiving, and then they realized that their families don't really love them anymore. And so they were just kind of, they were like, oh, shoot, maybe Lindsay, thank you so much for the level up ship. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you. Yeah, no, I assume they went home. Their families don't love them anymore. And now it's kind of making them change their mind. I mean, it makes sense. Thank you so much for that, Lindsay. Hello, how are you? Yeah, Debbie's in the chat for Lindsay for that. Hello. All right, it doesn't sound like you're there. Hello, how are you?
Doing well. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. How old are you?
I am 49.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I do.
All right. Now, why would you do that?
Because I haven't ever seen a president try as hard to secure our border and get stuff back in shape as what he has.
And how has Donald Trump secured our border?
He has closed the border for starters and has really ramped up ICE, especially here in Texas. I'm seeing it really strong firsthand. Make no mistake about it, I am a Trump supporter. I don't consider myself a Republican because the Republican Party is about as dead as what the Democrat Party used to be.
Yeah, I don't
I'm
really
sorry,
care
what
too
the
much about
Democrat
that.
Party is.
I want let's
Yeah.
stick with why how the border is closed. So what has Donald Trump actually done to close the border?
He has allowed the border to be closed. I mean, the barbed wire is
That's
back in
circular.
place. Yeah, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
That's circular.
Um,
I'm asking how he closed the border, and you're answering because the border is closed. I'm asking how he did it, and the barbed wire is definitely not an answer because the barbed wire was there the entire time.
Well, when we were putting the barbed wire up here in Texas, the Biden administration had sent people down to remove the barbed wire. I mean, I'm here firsthand. I'm about 60 miles outside of Del Rio, Texas, so I see exactly what's going on
Yeah,
right
sir.
here. You know, I mean, I'm not into yes, sir.
Well, then you missed a lot. Maybe you should go back and look because the only thing the Biden administration sued them over was the placement of the razor wire, not whether or not the razor wire could be there. The Supreme Court ruled that they couldn't do it on federal land because that would be the federal government's job, not Texas's job. So all Texas did was just move the razor wire back a few miles, and they couldn't do
I'm
things
saying
like
what
put
I'm-
it in the Rio Grande. All right. So
What I'm-
the Supreme Court did that, not the Biden administration. And again, the razor wire is still there.
The razor wire is there, and the Biden administration did have them take it down, and the Biden administration told them to open the border. Now, keep in mind, please, I am very respectful, and I
Yeah,
will
you're-
not disrespect you on your show.
Sir, you're respectful. You're just wrong. Okay. I don't have a, like, that's fine. Whoa. I'm not saying that you're not being respectful. I'm telling you that you're wrong. The Supreme Court ruled that hiding razor wire in the Rio Grande so that when people tried to swim, they were killed was inhumane. Okay. The Biden administration didn't rule on that. The Supreme Court, the conservative Supreme Court with 3 justices on it that Donald Trump appointed. Okay. They're
Yeah.
the ones that ruled on that, not the Biden administration. And again, they just moved the razor wire back. And Donald Trump didn't put the razor wire back in place because it never left to begin with. So again, sir, I'm just asking you how he closed the border because you're not really giving me an answer. And even if that was the case, right? And it was like he put the
Seeing
razor.
National Guard and ICE down here by the border on a regular basis, seeing the massive, I mean, honestly, dude, I can't, God, you can't hardly drive 10 miles without seeing one of those beautiful white trucks with a green stripe down the side of it with a U.S. Customs and Border Patrol agent serving our country and protecting our, protecting our borders.
Gotcha. So Donald Trump added to the border
I see a lot
protection. Then
more of
what is that? That's what you're saying?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
And
under
it has
what
really
policy
stopped
did
the
Donald Trump
influx.
add any more border agents?
They're here. I mean,
Well, they were there
You know, I don't
before,
wanna-
sir. I'm asking you how he added more.
Not to the level. Trust me, not to the
Well,
level. that
again,
I'm
sir,
seeing
then he
now.
must have added more. He must have done a policy in order to increase the border funding, right? In order to add more Border Patrol agents. I'm just asking when he
again,
did that because
At the same-
it hasn't been during this term.
Well, at the same time, I'm also seeing a influx of immigration raids in public places, such as construction sites and what have you. I'm in construction management myself, and I've noticed a massive uptick in the immigration presence coming in and, taking the illegal immigrants out and sending them back home.
Yeah, sir. So what you're saying really, which no offense doesn't really mean much to me, is that you're seeing stuff in whatever very limited scope that you have in whatever limited town that you have. Okay. And that doesn't really mean much to me, to be honest with you, because that doesn't say anything about the entire problem, right? Donald Trump could have literally just sent a bunch of border agents to your town, and now you think the border's somehow closed, yet the entire rest of the border is now open because all the Border Patrol agents are in your town. Okay. So therefore, you talking about your town doesn't mean anything. I'm actually wanting to talk about the actual border policies that Donald Trump has implemented that would have shut down the border. And so far, I haven't heard any.
Well, I mean, Joe Biden is the one who said it's open, come over and allow 10 million to flow into our country.
Joe Biden never said the words, "It's open, come over."
It's insane.
Yes, he did.
He did not.
Yes, he did, sir.
He did not.
I respectfully disagree.
I respectfully are saying that you're lying because that is not true. I listened to almost everything that Biden said, and one of my biggest complaints
No,
about
how can you
Biden
say-
is that he
how can you
didn't
say
talk
you
much.
Respectfully, and they call me a liar. That's not
Well,
being
because
very
you're lying,
respectful.
sir. Okay, I've changed my
No,
mind then.
see-
Disrespectfully, you're lying. Is that
All right,
better?
well,
I was
see,
trying
this
to be
is- this
respectful
is-
about
this
it.
is- This is why I am no longer a Democrat. My entire
I'm not a
life
Democrat. I
was
couldn't give a shit whether
Union
you're a Democrat. Okay? Joe Biden
Mhm.
never said the border is open, come over. That never happened. Okay? That happened
So-
0 times. Now, did Joe Biden make other claims about people needing to seek asylum, talking about them coming over to the country? Yes, he did do that. But Biden never said the words "the border is open." That never happened.
Yes, actually, he did, sir. I've seen the videos several times. I've watched it. The word asylum has been badly abused. It's not people looking for asylum. There's an influx of criminals coming in through our border, and something had to be done about it. The moment you cross that border illegally and you don't go through the port of entry, you've committed a crime.
Incorrect. You have not.
Yes, you have. That's
No,
why
you have not. You've committed a civil
there's
offense
immigration. A civil offense against who?
against the United States.
No, it's a criminal act.
It is not.
That's why it's
Okay.
referred
So
to
let me
as
ask you a question.
illegal
So let me ask you a question.
immigrant.
Your
Yes, sir?
first time crossing the border, like if you were to do it, by if I was to do it, right? I say I wasn't a U.S. citizen, I crossed the border. Okay. What is that punishable by?
Yeah, I've seen different penalties for that. Many times people have been deported, and many times they've been detained. I guess it just depends.
You can be
on
detained.
the circumstances.
Yeah, you can be detained and you can be deported, but can you be sent to prison?
That I don't know.
You cannot.
I've seen
You
the most
cannot.
time
Well, no,
I've
sir.
ever seen anybody.
I'm answering it for you, sir. You cannot. Okay.
All
You
right,
can be
most time I've ever
deported.
seen anybody served was 90 days for crossing illegally.
Okay, well, you did not see it on the first time. The only time it can even be a misdemeanor whatsoever
Oh no, it
is
was
if
the
it's
first
been.
time.
It was not, because according to Title 8 of
It
U.S. immigration law, that is illegal. Okay, and that person would have a
Oh, I
right
guess.
to sue the U.S. government for unlawful detention if that was to happen.
Oh, I guess that was the case. That was during the Barack Obama administration.
Okay, well, we were still under that same law under the Barack Obama administration. Okay, the reason why,
Mhm.
okay, you can't go to jail for illegal entry is because it's not a criminal offense. Okay, it's a civil offense. The punishment under that civil law is deportation. Okay, it's not a criminal offense. You can't be sent to prison for it. Now, if you were to be deported and then you came back later, stuff like that, then the level of crime and the severity of the punishment, can increase. All right, but it's not a criminal offense. All right, and Arizona versus the
So
United
you-
States in 2012 stated that it wasn't a criminal offense.
So
All right.
you do support the deportation when they come here illegally, then?
Sir, we're not talking about that. We've gotten so far off of subject of how Donald Trump has closed the border outside of you just saying he closed it that I don't even know where we're at in this conversation. Okay. Like, to be completely honest with you. Now, do I support that we should have different levels of amnesty and setting ICE against specifically criminals or people that could harm the United States in the United States and have them deported or sent to prison? Of course, I don't think anybody wouldn't. Do I support Donald Trump's making ICE like the 5th or 6th largest military on the planet for them to go in and and arrest and detain people at where over 80% of them don't have any criminal record whatsoever? Okay, to zip tie children and pepper ball pastors and shoot shoot rubber bullets at fucking the news for trying to report on it? No, I don't support that. I think that that's crazy.
That's where you and I disagree. I think that once you cross over here without going through due process and filling out the paperwork, and believe me, I'm one who believes the American dream is still alive. If you want to go through the paperwork, go through the channels, do everything that you should to come to this country legal, by all means, come here. Get your work visa, come here. I believe that, for starters, every administration has failed on getting some sort of legal path to citizenship. But until we get something in place, you've got to stop the bleeding. I mean,
Well, that's funny
this
that you say
country-
that you
I'm
support that.
Yes, sir. I do. I
Yeah,
say I
that's
do.
funny that you support that because you just said that you supported ICE, and ICE is going to people's
I
immigration
do.
hearings where they're
Because they
literally
didn't go. They didn't.
where they're literally trying to do things legally in the right way, and Donald Trump is having them deported. Donald Trump is overturning people's legal status in the United States. Hundreds of thousands of Venezuelans and Hondurans who came here legally, right, and are trying to do things the right way, and he had their legal status overturned so that he could deport them. He literally had people that sought asylum in this country came here the legal way according to Title 8 and according to US law, and he sent them to a torture prison in El Salvador. Okay. Donald Trump right now, okay, is talking about denaturalizing, okay, people in the United States and U.S. citizens. He's talking about revoking legal status for Afghanis that helped, that served along our soldiers in Afghanistan. He is all these people that are trying to do things the right way. Donald Trump is going after. He's literally using the IRS as a way to track down people that he wants to deport.
Yeah. See, now that's where you and I totally agree. I think the IRS should be completely abolished altogether. But that's another subject as well as the ATF. So on that sense, yeah, the IRS should not be used for that. I completely agree with you there.
Let's just start with step one. He's going to immigration courts, people that are doing things the right way, and having them deported from their immigration hearings.
Well, you do know which president deported more.
Sir, I'm not talking about that, sir. You're saying you support Donald Trump's immigration policies, and I'm asking you how you support Donald Trump's immigration policies. I'm
sorry, sir. Can you back up? I'm honestly, I didn't hear you cut on me there.
That's fine. I'm trying to figure out how you support Donald Trump's immigration policies when Donald Trump's immigration policies are literally deporting people away from their immigration hearings, right? But then at the same time say that you support people doing things the right way. It seems like doing things the right way is the easiest way to get deported under Donald Trump's administration.
Did they have the paperwork to come here legally to start with?
Oh, so you don't care about people doing things the legal way. You just care about where they had it at a certain point.
No, I don't care that they come here the right way. I believe in a due process. I believe that you should file for your visa before you come to this country. And, that's where it needs to start at. And once everything's approved, you come here. I have a friend that came over here from El Salvador, and he's made about 3 trips back to extend his visa while he's in the process of waiting on getting his permanent residence. And after that, I've actually offered to sponsor him and his family for citizenship after everything's all said and done.
Awesome. So you think like Melania Trump should be deported?
No, as far as I know, she's a citizen.
But she didn't come here a citizen. She came here illegally.
That I have no idea about. I haven't really followed her.
Oh yeah, she came here illegally and then she became a citizen later, right? Just like all the rest of these people are trying to do. They may have come here without a documented status, right, at the time, or their documented status might have ran out, but now they're trying to do things the legal way. They're willing to obey the US law. They're willing to follow, whatever laws they need to do. They're going to court. They're doing all the things the right way. So, if that's the case, then we need to first start by deporting the first lady, because she's obviously breaking that first rule that you talked about, right?
Isn't she already a U.S. citizen then?
So what? Why does that matter, sir? You just said it doesn't matter if people are trying to do the right thing now or trying to do things right later on. You only care that they should have applied for their visa before they got here.
Yes, they should have.
But they didn't. So I guess we need to deport everybody who didn't do that from the get-go, right?
No. If you got your citizenship, then I don't think anyone who's a U.S. citizen should be deported from this country if you're a citizen of this country.
But even if they came here illegally, so you don't mind that people come here illegally and then get their citizenship?
No, I do mind. I do mind.
Oh, so that's your limit. So if they came here illegally and then they became a citizen later, if we didn't catch them in time before they became a citizen, then they deserve to stay. But if we don't, if they're just trying to become a citizen, then we need to deport them quickly.
Yeah, that pretty well sums it up, to be honest.
Yeah, don't you think it's a little ridiculous?
The whole system is ridiculous, man. I mean, we tell me what is the fair immigration system, because under no administration has this country ever had one that is legitimate. I mean, let's just, I'll throw another scenario for you. If you come here and you do 4 years in the military, serve in our country, I think you should get an automatic citizenship.
Yeah. So you guys get caught up on this fairness thing for some reason. And I don't know why people get so caught up on this whole thing considered fairness. Okay. Was it fair that you were born here? Was it fair that you were born here?
That was
and
not a choice that I made. That was a
it
choice
doesn't
that God made.
it doesn't matter. Was it fair that you were born here and somebody else was born in war-torn Sudan?
I guess. I don't know.
That's fair?
I don't put. I guess, yeah. I mean,
see, I don't think that's fair at all.
Born.
I don't think that that's fair at all. I think specifically that it is very unfair that some people are born into countries where there is, where countries that have more money, countries that have more freedom, some countries that have more social safety nets, so countries that aren't war torn, right? And some people are born into poverty, into civil war, into spots where, where slavery happens. I think that that's very unfair. Okay. But it's the reality of the situation that we live in, right? That not the world isn't fair. All right. Yeah, I was born, in a pretty poor area, and I went to school with people that were born to very, very rich parents, okay, and lived in very affluent areas, right? They had leg ups on SATs and all sorts of other things, right? That's not fair, okay? But it is the life, the situation that we deal with, right? So what's the fairness of someone coming over? I don't think there is a fair or non-fair way to think about any of this, right? What we do have is we have people, right, coming to this country, right? A large amount of them seeking asylum or attempting to seek asylum, escaping freaking, where they're starving, whether they're, under threats of violence and all sorts of stuff. And to a certain point, we have the ability to help them. We also have people that have lived in this country for decades, right? Who have contributed to our society, who have paid taxes, all right? Whose entire family now lives here, who have grown up here, right? They have jobs. They're cornerstones of our community. Sometimes they own stores and do all sorts of stuff. And those people are being deported. We have people that were brought here when they were very, very young children, sometimes toddlers, have known nothing else in this country but the United States. And now those people are being deported under the Trump administration. And personally, I don't find that very fair. I think it'd be pretty crazy if, me as to being in your 20s and 30s, knowing nothing in your life but the United States because you were brought here as a toddler and then being deported to another country. I think that's pretty unfair. I think it's pretty unfair that these people have been allowed to live in this country for decades and be able to make us a whole lot of money by boosting our economy, and now we're deporting them. I find that quite unfair. But you seem to be supporting that lack of fairness.
Yes, I do. I think that the parents are the ones to blame for coming over here illegally to start with. And they're making the children suffer the consequences of their actions.
So you don't care about fair. You don't care about fair, right? What you care about is you just don't like other people here. You think that for some reason that because you were born here, you have some right to stolen land. Okay, that now makes sure that everybody else now has to stay out of that.
I didn't steal my land. I paid for my land.
No, but you're like you said, you're just getting the benefits of what you're, the genocide that people before you gave, right? You know what I'm saying? Like you didn't personally do it, just like that kid didn't personally send themselves to this country, their parents did, right? So you're just reaping the benefits of a genocide that somebody else committed, right? And now for some reason, after they, committed that genocide, now you think that you own this land. And let's be very clear, like the people from Latin America and all that sort of stuff, most of them are like, a lot of them have, lineage that comes back from indigenous people. So they were actually here before, any of, your people or my people are here. And we just drew an arbitrary line around it and claimed it as ours. And now all of a sudden think that we have some, some type of claim to it. And you're looking for fairness. I think the fair thing would be for white Europeans to all go back to their countries. That'd be fair.
So where would that leave you at?
I don't know. We'll see where I'm at. For some reason, I think they might let me stay.
Yeah, why is that?
Because I'm cool.
All right. Well, I just figured I would share my 2 cents worth before dinner, and I appreciate it. And you have a good day.
All right. You also. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
I think they'd let me stay, honestly. All right. They'd be like, this one's all right. He can stay. Wait, I don't know. He's got some black. He's got some brown. I'm not sure what he is, but he's cool. So we'll let him stay. All right. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. We do this every single day. Make sure you come in and throw a happy birthday in the chat for me. Okay, it is my birthday, and I'm still here hanging out with you guys. So come in and send a happy birthday to me. And I do not mind being gassed up. It makes me very happy. So just throw that out there. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Joseph, thank you so much for the hot cocoa. I appreciate that. Anonymous, thank you so much for the cat. I appreciate that. Leah, thank you so much for the party hat. Big, thanks so much for the happy poop. Feisty, thank you so much for the $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Said happy birthday. I really, really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for Feisty with the happy birthday super chat. Can we get some big W's in the chat for Feisty? Thank you so, so much. Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to take that down yet. Let's see what we got. Immature Blacktivist, thank you so much. Said happy birthday, man. I hope you have a fraction of the joy you provide with these shows. Love you, broski. Oh, thank you so much. That is very sweet. That's the kind of gassing up I don't mind today. So thank you so much. I just realized that green matches my shirt too. That's kind of cool. I like it. See, I even threw on a collar for my birthday. I feel all special today. And Lee's, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Huge W's in chat for Lee's also for the 5 gifted memberships, especially if you got one of those memberships. Make sure you show an extra W in the chat for that. I really, really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. We are going to move on to the next caller. I'm gonna leave Feisty's up there for a little bit. Hopefully, yeah, it doesn't cover up anything. So we'll leave that up there for a little bit. And oh shoot, let's do something. We're about to move on to the next call. Oh, and Chris, thank you so much for the $10 over on Venmo for the happy birthday. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Hold on. I meant to text her earlier. All right, we're gonna see. I think we do have. Let's see. Do we have any? We have some people in the guest requests over there too. I think. I was actually going to pull a TikTok guest if we had one. I'm not sure if we really have one or not. I might have to wait until... we'll see. We'll do a conversation first. Hello? All right. I'm going to go ahead and say that's an accident. Hello, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good.
Awesome. How old are you?
32.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
So I support Trump 100%, my man.
Well, I have a Trump supporter on. You can come in if you want, though.
Okay. Do they mind taking a moment?
Oh, is that Mermaid?
That is Mermaid.
Oh, I knew that was your girlfriend, bro.
You knew that was my girlfriend? Are you in my house?
Oh, no, I'm just kind of smart, bro.
You're just kind of smart. You put two and two together?
I can put 2 and 2 together very easily.
You go check the locks? All right, cool. Well, hey, actually, Trump supporter, you can call right back in like 2 minutes, okay? And I'll answer.
Okay.
All right. All right, go ahead, Ari.
All right, so for everybody that's at home, sing along with us, okay? Just act like you're doing it, okay? So we're gonna go. Happy birthday to you.
Woo!
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Polly.
Yeah! Woo! Go, Polly!
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you. She was like, I'm singing happy birthday on your live when I come home. I didn't want to get another call. W's in chat for awesome mermaid Ari. W's in chat for awesome mermaid Ari. Thank you so much, Ari. I appreciate you. That was very, very sweet. All right. Well, I gotta hang up these other calls for a sec. I gotta get this other caller in real quick because I did say I would let him talk first, and then I would before I moved on. If he calls back, I got a few callers, so I don't want to miss him because I did say I would let him talk first. I'll be mad if he doesn't call back now. I just hung up on 2 people. There he is. Hello.
Yo, what's up? Appreciate you letting me call back, brother.
Yeah. So why do you still support Trump?
Bro, he's the best president I've ever seen in my lifetime.
You must not have looked at too many presidents.
Yeah, my first president that I started paying attention to was Bush. So, yeah, not too many.
Okay, so how is Trump better than, well, really anybody?
I think that like his business acumen, like it really goes far with countries, and we're making more money than we've ever made before.
And how are we doing that?
Through the trillions of dollars of business deals that Trump has done, like Saudi Arabia, we got $1 trillion out of them.
We did not.
South Korea, we got what, 300 million out of them.
Nope.
Just we've got the money from the European Union, from
Absolutely
Britain.
not.
We're just getting money from everywhere.
Yeah, none of that happened. Yeah. There is not a singular written signed deal that any of these countries are giving us a single dollar. And we sure as hell haven't received a single dollar yet. I'm pretty sure the European Union specifically was like, yeah, we can't really force any of our countries to do this. And all the countries were like, yeah, we're not doing that. South Korea was the same way.
I think that we were able to get the 25% tariff on them, right?
They had a tariff on them, but that doesn't mean that they invested money in us.
Yeah. I think, yeah. So it was just the tariff that's going to bring trillions of dollars from the European Union.
Okay, awesome. Who pays a tariff?
It's insane.
The exporters.
No, try again.
No, because I buy replica shoes from China, and when I still like buy
Weird
my
flex.
replicas, when I buy my replicas, they tell me we're not raising the prices, we're paying the tariffs, and they keep the prices low.
Gotcha. So you're buying knockoff shoes from China.
It's insane.
And you're talking
Louis Vuitton,
and you're
Jordan.
talking to them and you're calling them up and be like, hey, I want to buy these replica shoes. And they're like, absolutely. By the way, we're gonna make sure we don't raise your price. I assume you say this in Mandarin. I'm assuming you're fluent in Mandarin. And in Mandarin, you just say like, you just say like, hey, I'm gonna buy these, and they're like in Mandarin, of course, back to you. They're like, oh yes, we will send you these knockoff replica shoes, which probably cost like $20. And they're like, we're going to eat the tariff.
A lot of Chinese people know English. I don't know if you know that, but a lot of them are trained like from a young age.
I know. I'm sorry. You're just
Okay.
this makes so much sense, and you're so smart that I just assumed that you spoke Mandarin.
Nah. I wish I should learn. I know one of my friends. He was telling me about how China's going to rule the world, so he was telling me to learn Mandarin. But I mean, I do love, Chinese women are, top tier, so I might learn some Mandarin.
You should move there. Then you don't have to pay any tariff.
I would if they wasn't commies, bro. Like what people are trying to do here. Like I love capitalism, bro. I can't go with the communists. I love the women there, but I can't deal with the politics and the communism.
Yeah. Okay. So, anyways, everything you just said is a complete bold-faced lie, and you fucking know it. You're not talking to any Chinese company about buying knockoff shoes. Okay.
No,
because knockoff shoes. Okay. Because that would literally be you admitting to a crime of copyright laws in the United States. Okay. And the fact that you would be
from the same. Bro, it's like the same factory. Jordans come from China, bro.
Yep,
It's
that's
like the same
against
factory,
U.S.
bro.
copyright laws. Okay,
It's
to
the same
specifically
factory,
import
bro.
replicas. Okay, that would be illegal. Okay. Second of all, no exporter in China is eating the cost of these tariffs. Actually, they specifically told Walmart to get bent when Walmart asked them to do so. And they said that to multiple other companies, including places like Amazon. They're not eating it.
Okay,
Now, in some
so
cases,
don't you think that it's better that we start to have more U.S. companies actually making our products instead of getting them shipped from other countries?
if that was happening, then sure, but the opposite of that is happening.
Yeah, we choose to, find cheaper prices, like Taiwan. I know that like Taiwan has really been paying the tariffs. So other countries have agreed to pay our tariffs.
No, they
So
haven't.
then we start working with those other countries more than the Chinese.
That has not
So
happened
you
one
are
time.
kind of right that like it doesn't automatically make all American manufacturers way more money, but it does help out other countries that are willing to you know, pay the toll and listen to the king. No, I'm joking, not the king, but, you know, listen to our president because our president, you know, asserts his dominance.
Yeah, none of what you said is true. Okay. They have not given us a single dollar. Okay. They are not eating the tariffs.
Saudi Arabia hasn't given us any money?
Nope. They gave Donald Trump a whole bunch of money. If by us you mean Donald Trump specifically, then yes, Donald Trump's corporation received a significant amount of money both in crypto and in land deals in Saudi Arabia. Okay, and that's why.
Did we get a $300 million plane from Qatar?
Who the fuck is we? Are you flying on that plane?
Man, we get it. It's going into the.
Who the fuck is we? Who the fuck is we? We did not get a fucking plane. Trump got a plane.
We got a plane. We got a plane.
Trump got a plane.
We got a plane. Trump received it on our behalf, but we got a plane.
Well, so when's my ride?
We got a plane.
When's my ride then?
Where's your ride on the plane?
Yeah. I'm saying if we're like if it's all of our plane, then I want my ride. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, no,
I should get one free trip to no matter where to wherever I want to go on my plane.
No, because it's going to be in the presidential library for all of us to visit.
For all of us to visit. Why do I want to visit a plane?
Because that just shows how cozy we are with Qatar.
Why is that a good thing?
I looked up how important the positioning of Qatar is for our military, for our biggest military base to be in the east. It is in the middle of the United Emirates, Saudi Arabia, Iran, and Iraq. So it's actually really, really good that we are really like close with the Qatarians.
Yeah, we already have like the largest like foreign air force base there in the Middle East. Okay, we were already nice and cozy with them. All right, this did not help. Yeah, this did not help.
It did.
This helped to enrich Donald Trump's pocket.
It did help because I didn't even know how close we were to Qatar until like the plane is.
Sir, I'm sorry that you were uninformed. Okay, that doesn't really affect much to me. Okay, but we were already like real cool with that area. Actually, specifically when Iran was like shooting missiles, we actually shot missiles, I believe, from that air base in Qatar in order to shoot them down. That was happening well before. Okay. Well, all we did is had Donald Trump get bribed like he does. Okay. Because it's very, very easy to bribe. Very, very easy to bribe. Tim Cook is just bringing him like gold bricks. Huh?
How do you bribe a billionaire? He got
with money.
Tim Walz was broke before he became a governor. Donald Trump was a billionaire well before he was ever president, bro.
Yeah, you bribed him with money.
Donald Trump has enough money. Donald Trump been made enough money to live out the rest of his life and the rest
Donald
of his
Trump has made more money in his presidency time than he ever made outside of it.
Nah.
Yes.
Where how
here's the cool thing about here's the funny thing about billionaires. I don't know why people hold on. No, I'm talking.
During his presidency.
I'm talking. Thank you.
Okay.
I don't know why.
Skip by that very important thing, but
I don't need. Sure, whatever you want to say. We can come back to it. I was in the middle of a sentence.
Okay, continue then.
Why do people are people so delusional that they think that billionaires somehow were like, I have enough money, I don't need any more?
When you got Donald Trump money?
Yeah. Billionaires, the whole reason you became a billionaire, billion with a B, okay? The only way you became a billionaire is because you were never satisfied with how much money you had, okay? I don't think people quite comprehend how much $1 billion is, okay? $1 billion. It's so much fucking money.
And you know what? And you're actually right about that. And I love Donald Trump's hunger for things because, man, just throughout the 90s and the 2000s, he has opened up just 20, 30 businesses. Not all of them worked out, but it's you're right about that. He never stopped pushing the envelope.
I actually saw a stat, which was actually really crazy. I think it was minutes. And it was something like, if you have 1 million minutes, okay, if you go back in time 1 million minutes, right, you get to 2023. Okay. If you go back 1 billion minutes, you're somewhere in the Roman Empire. Okay,
Oh,
that's
yeah.
the difference between $1 billion and $1 million. All right,
Yeah.
which is like insane when you think about it, right? Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Billionaires, their entire existence is getting more money. Like
So what do you think about?
all.
So
Hold on,
this is
sir. Hold on, sir.
Okay,
Their
okay,
entire
okay.
existence is getting more money, and thinking for
Okay.
some reason that somehow a billionaire has a bunch of money, and then all of a sudden they're like, you know what, I'm tired of getting money. I'm so sick of that. But let's just pretend that that was the case. If that was the case,
billionaires.
if that was
I
the
really
case,
wanna know.
if that was the case,
Wait,
then why
I really
is he
wanna know.
accepting all of this personal money from places like Saudi Arabia, from places like Qatar? Why is he
Personal money?
accepting
She
these
doesn't accept
these
that
personal
money
finances?
goes into the U.S.
What?
bank account. That goes into our bank account.
So Donald Trump's personal business land deals in Saudi Arabia
Personal
go to the
business
U.S.
land
bank
deal-
account?
That's a U.S. land deal.
It is
my
not.
dude.
It is a
What you
Trump
talking
organization
about?
land deal.
That is money for us as a country.
Yeah, gotcha. So Donald Trump pardoned the CEO of Binance, okay, for propping up his crypto, but he just did it for America. That's what you're telling me.
Wait, you said that he fired him, or you said he put him in jail?
He pardoned him.
He pardoned it in his first presidency
Nope, like 6 weeks ago.
6 weeks ago, and you're saying that this guy what's his name?
CZ, I think he goes by. Was it last? There's no way it was last week, Tara. Was it really last week? He literally pardoned a guy, okay, the CEO of Binance, okay, because he was propping up his crypto, even though the dude was convicted of literally helping fund terrorism. Like literally helping fund terrorism. That's insane.
So you're throwing out this allegation. You're not saying who it was. What's his name?
CZ he goes by. You want me to pull up his actual name in Chinese? I don't speak Mandarin like you.
What's the name of his company?
Binance?
Binance?
Yes.
And he was the CEO?
Yes.
Are you talking about Binance with a B?
Yes.
Okay, I found Binance. Okay.
Y'all make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I appreciate you guys. Let's get the thing up to 100,000 likes too. Appreciate you guys.
Xi Jinping Zhao?
I don't know. Again, I don't speak Mandarin. You're the one. You're the pro Mandarin speaker over here.
Okay, so yeah, bro's name was Changping Zhao.
Yeah.
And why did we pardon a foreign person? So wait, was this company based out of America?
Yeah.
Okay, you said that he's from China. Damn, bro's worth $78 billion. Hey, whoa, hey, bro, worth $78 billion. So wait, how is the company illegal? You can't make $78 billion
Because it was helping funnel money to terrorist groups.
Terrorist groups in China?
Nope, like Al Qaeda, Boko Haram.
You think Boko Haram is bad?
Is that a serious question out of your mouth?
Yeah, it's they're against Western beliefs. I mean, if you want to stay a commie, you can stay a commie in your country. Just don't bring it over here. You want to be Muslim, cover up your girl, practice Sharia law, do that in your country. Just don't do it here.
Am I literally about to have like an actual debate with someone about whether Boko Haram is bad or not? Is that a real conversation that I'm like that I should have like on this like are we really gonna argue whether or not Boko Haram is bad? Like is that a real thing? Like someone said I need Tylenol. Watch out for the tism.
Pleaded guilty. Bro was only sentenced to 4 months in prison.
Dude only spent 4 months in prison.
No, it said Wikipedia must be wrong because it said that he was only sentenced to 4 months, bro.
He helped fund terrorism, and Donald Trump pardoned him because of money. What are you talking about, dude? What?
It says that he completed his sentence in September of the same year. There's nothing about him funding.
Pretty sure he was sentenced to like 5 years.
It's saying that he was only sentenced to 4 months, and there's nothing about him.
That is not true. Bro, if people were getting sentenced...
Pull it up. Because I'm about to prove that
you're trying to argue with me. It was 7 years. Gotcha.
Pull it up. And tell me what site you're pulling it from. Because
okay.
What I'm telling you, be always lying.
I'm lying and you're the one saying he got 4 months?
Yeah. Pull it up. I just pulled it up right now.
All right, where did you pull it from?
Wikipedia.
From Wikipedia?
Yeah.
NBC News. Trump commutes 7-year prison sentence of former private equity CEO. Oh, wait, this is a different guy.
Oh, it's a different guy. Oh.
No, I'm just saying this article is a different guy.
Oh, the article. Oh, so you're wrong, huh? So wait. So, okay, so it's a different guy. So what's the name of this other guy now?
Hold on. Stand by, dude. Jesus Christ. I don't know why this is even important. How long he was in prison? Why does that matter?
If he was only sentenced to 4 months and he finished 4 months, by the time
didn't he have a whole bunch of money he had to pay?
Bro, that dude that you just told me about, the Binance CEO, bro, was worth $78 billion. I'm pretty sure he got some friends, bro.
I guess he was only 4 months. 4 months. Oh, 4 months and $4.3 billion. That's what it was.
Yeah, so where are you seeing that he funded terrorist organizations?
In his sentencing.
In his sentencing? On what site?
Sir, in the court documents.
Where you find these court documents at? What site?
In the public records.
What's the name of the
site? He pled guilty, sir.
No, what's the name of
Sir, you can go look it up. I'm not playing the Google everything we say thing.
You lying. You see, that's why you can't tell me where you're getting it from.
What are you talking about, sir? I just corrected myself on the last one.
Yeah, because Trump did not.
He pardoned him.
Somebody that gave money
yes,
to
he
terrorist
did.
Organizations. Where is it? Where are you seeing that at?
I'm not looking at it right now, dude. Why don't you go Google it? Why don't you Google it and tell me I'm wrong? How about that?
So you can't pull it. So I just pulled. So
hey,
you're lying.
How about you go look it up and then tell me I'm wrong?
You don't got no proof, bud.
I don't need
proof. You have no proof, and this is what I'm saying about you. That I hate that you get online every day and you lie to everybody who's not smart enough to think, bro, and to do their own research and find out that you're lying. Trump did not pardon somebody that was funding terrorist organizations. You can't show me where that's at.
You're right, dude. You got me.
That.
You got me.
You're always lying, bro. And there's 100 times that I listen to you and I get so mad. I get so mad in my apartment. Like, this dude just keeps on lying.
Yeah, dude, you're right. I have no way to prove that he was funding groups like Al Qaeda or like Hamas, right? That he was literally funding those people.
Yeah, but can we prove that? Can we prove that Ilhan Omar is funding terrorist groups in Somalia?
Oh, no.
Yes, we can, brother.
Oh, yeah. Just to let you know, sir, that the proof that he was funding Hamas is literally on the screen and been on the screen for a long time. Okay, while you holler about me lying. Okay?
On which?
Yeah, it's been on the screen for like a while. Okay? You don't know what you're fucking talking about, and stop screaming. All right? He literally pardoned somebody, okay, who was literally, who pled guilty to financing groups like Hamas. Pled guilty, admitted guilt, by the way. Pled guilty and admitted guilt. And he did that because that guy propped up his private crypto. Donald Trump is only trying to enrich himself.
So wait, the dude was sentenced to 4 months in jail, right? And he did all 4 months, right?
I don't know. I don't care. Why the hell are we fucking pardoning people who helped fund terrorism?
Oh, why I gotta pay $1 to get to this site?
Just a question. You're gonna answer?
Okay, so wait. Who runs the Financial Times? It's the UK news organization, right?
Literally couldn't give a shit. Are you gonna answer my question?
How much
now?
money? How much money has Trump won from suing the BBC because them UK people be lying?
$0.
So you can't pull me no NBC, no ABC, no American news organization that's reporting this, right?
Or you could just look up the court records.
Financial Times that's dominant.
You could look up the court
UK
records.
News organization.
You could look up the court records.
And you're telling me that he is giving billions of dollars to terrorist organizations and only got sentenced to 4 months, brother?
Yes, and $4.3 billion. Here's the New York Times where they talk about how the families are literally suing him for aiding terrorism. Isn't that kind of cool?
I don't see it.
Literally $1 billion used to finance the October 7th attacks in Israel. He was sentenced to 4 months because it was a plea deal. Unfortunately, in the United States, we have a very fucked up. Sir,
I have a question.
Sir,
about
no,
the
I'm still in the middle.
October
No,
7th
I'm
attack
still
for
talking.
you.
Nope, I'm still
So
talking.
wait.
Unfortunately, in the United States, when you're really rich, you can get some really good plea deals, especially for enough money. And that is an unfortunate thing of our,
So why are you
of our
blaming Trump
justice
when it's
system,
the court
okay?
system then?
I'm not. I'm blaming Donald Trump for pardoning him.
But he
To
only
enrich
got
himself.
4 months, and he did the 4 months.
Yeah, but the pardon gets him out of paying the $4.3 billion.
Oh, so Donald Trump is against Israel? Because he
Okay,
funded
well,
Hamas?
that's enough of that conversation. I don't that
So Donald Trump.
if
so Donald
that's
Trump,
what you took out of that, then I'm
so
truly
Donald Trump
sorry for
helped
you.
somebody out that funded Hamas. So Donald Trump isn't entirely riding Israel's ball sack, right?
Donald Trump rides two ball sacks. One, his own. Two, JD Vance's. Okay? Donald Trump only does what he wants to do in order to enrich himself. That is his entire...
So wait, do you know that Israel allowed that, October 7th to happen? How do you feel about that?
Thank you. Donald Trump will do whatever he wants to do that's going to benefit his own pocket. Donald Trump has never done anything for anyone ever that has ever been anything except for to help himself or in order to enrich his own pockets. That's it.
And where do you think,
okay?
and where
That's
do you think
why
the information came from that.
Do you not understand what shush means?
Do
you not understand what shush means?
Israel?
Do you understand what shush means? Thank you. Okay? So that's what Donald Trump does. Okay? Donald Trump will be friends with whoever. Bin Salman, who's freaking, executing freaking journalists, or that one like ex-Al Qaeda figure that he had over there, like freaking shaking hands, talking about how he's a good guy. Donald Trump will literally freaking be friends with who. I am going to hang up with you if you say talk while I'm talking again.
Shaking hands.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate that. Donald Trump will literally get in bed with anybody. He will literally talk to anybody. He will literally shake hands with anybody, whether they're the worst person on the planet or the best person on the planet. And let's be honest, they're usually the worst people on the planet, in order to enrich his own pocket. Period. Point blank. That's all. Okay? This whole idea that somehow, oh, they're rich, so therefore they don't like money is an insane thing. All right? So let's get that out of our heads. All right. We're going to move on to one more caller at least. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you so much. Make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys so much for being here. Patsy, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Said happy birthday. Oh, thank you. I really appreciate that, Patsy. That's a very sweet birthday wish. So thank you so much. And Light Mocha, thank you so much. Says over the $10 super chat, says happy birthday, Paul. I keep educating the uneducated. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that, Light Mocha. That's very, very sweet. Thank you guys. Give me W's in the chat for those. And CJ with the 5 gifted memberships also today. Thank you so much, CJ. I really, really appreciate that. That is absolutely huge. So we had something else. Oh, I think Kimberly also, thank you so much for the $10 someplace. I don't know which. $10 on Venmo, maybe, for the happy birthday wish. I really appreciate that. And I saw another one too, but I don't see it here, so I gotta go figure out where the heck it came from. Because it's probably over here. That's probably why. I probably just didn't get the text for it, or maybe I did. No, I got Kimberly. I got Chris. Where the heck is it? Thank you. I'm not getting notifications right now, so I'm trying my best over here. There we go. And Kayla, oh no, Tara, thank you so much for the $50 over on Venmo. I really appreciate that. Huge W's in the chat for the $50 for Tara over on Venmo. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Big W's in the chat for that. And Delissa also say thank you so much. Say happy birthday. Thank you for hanging up on MAGA Brain Colt Moron. He was totally insufferable. It makes my headache. Thank you so much, Delissa. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you guys so much for being here on my birthday. I really do appreciate you guys so much. Oh, and just saw that one. Portia, thank you so much for the $15 over on Cash Apps and happy birthday day. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you guys. You guys are being very sweet. Thank you guys so much for the happy birthday wishes. Thank you so much for the happy birthday wishes. It's very sweet. New Age is 39 today. New Age is 39. today. Yeah. Here we are. We almost hit the big 4-0. Just one more year. One more year, we're gonna hit that big 4-0. Hello, how are you?
Shout out to Knickers.
Yeah, shout out. Woo! Shout out to us, I guess. You a baby? I don't think you get to claim. I get to claim baby at 39. Hello, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing fine. My name's George.
Hi, George. How are you today?
Hey, bro. I just want to hear your opinion. So you know how we live in the United States of America? The whole point of the country, I thought, was that we all work together. And I don't understand why people are so left or right. Like, why can't we just be united like we're supposed to?
And what am I supposed to unite with?
It's insane.
People. I mean, your community.
My community. I do very much support my community. Just by my community, I mean people that, appreciate things like democracy and humanity.
Of course, and there's people that have wrong opinions, but it shouldn't be like either or. Like, listen to my side, understand why it's wrong. Like, look at Mexico. They're protesting right now because they have the president working with the cartels. So there's a huge protest going on in Mexico. But they're not choosing we're left or we're right. They're all together. It's
sure. I'm not talking about left or right. I'm talking about democracy versus fascism. I'm talking about humanity versus inhumanity. If you support Donald Trump right now, you don't support the Constitution, you don't support the country I love, and you don't support human rights. Why in the living fuck would I come together with that?
I don't support Donald Trump. I want to clarify.
No, I am being straight up. Why would I come together with someone that supports those things?
It's not right. And people who do things, like, if it's true that Donald Trump did all those things in the Epstein files, I don't really keep up with politics, so I'm not one to like. Yeah, but you're telling me to come together with people that support that, again, don't support the Constitution, don't support humanity, don't support the rule of law in any way, shape, or form, who are actively treating people inhumanely. Okay,
who are actively trying to take rights away from human beings, okay? Who are sending people to torture prisons. I don't want to come together with those people. Now, if they'd like to come over to me, I'm totally fine with that. I have no problem accepting them back over into, the human side of things. But I have zero will to just be like, oh, well, let's all kumbaya. Like, I know that you're literally over there, literally trying to create concentration camps for immigrants, but I think we should just all get along. Nah, fuck that, man. That just make me a whole little bitch, bro.
No, I'm not saying like you have to align with like their views and shit. I'm saying is like their issue with immigrants. Like I don't understand what the issue with immigrants is, because immigrants built this country. Like whether you like it or not, Asians built your railways and your roads, and Mexicans. And I mean, look what happened when they kicked out all the Mexicans. The houses were being built super slow because the white people didn't know how to do it properly. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what's the big issue with? Like, why can't we all just be one unit of people? Like, why does it have to be the immigrants and the non-immigrants?
Because Donald Trump is making it that way. That's what I'm fighting against.
All right.
Yeah.
Well,
that's why I'm doing this, man, because I don't believe that it should be.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I appreciate you. Thank you for
giving
me some time.
Have a good one. Later. Sorry, I just thought this was funny. I'm leaving on a Qatari jet plane. Don't know when I'll be back again. Sorry. Katai, thank you so much for the $2 over on PayPal. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. I'm trying to bring up your message. Said, happy birthday to my favorite debater. Been watching you for a year now, and I have learned so much from you. Happy birthday. Thank you so much, Katai. I really appreciate that. And Deborah, thank you so much for the $20 on Venmo. I appreciate that. Said Deborah, Deborah says, happy birthday, Polly. Thank you so much. That is very, very sweet. That is very, very sweet. Lisa with the $2 says, happy birthday. Mine is Thursday. Happy birthday to Lisa. We already did the whole happy birthday song, so we're not going to do it again. Oh, sorry, missed it. If you missed it, go back. We're going to sing it. We'll sing it again. And Anonymous, thank you so much for the $5. I want to fly in the plane if it's ours. That's what I'm saying, yo. Like, I was just doing air travel. If I can get air travel, like, on my Qatari airplane, I would prefer that quite a bit. I think I deserve a ride. Hello, how are you?
Hello, happy birthday, man.
Thank you. I appreciate that. How old are you?
Of course, I am 20 years old.
Awesome. Do you still support Trump?
I agree with some of his policies. I don't fully support. He's not really looking, entirely good right now. But I agree with some of his policies. But I did vote for him. So.
And which policies could you possibly be agreeing with still?
Well, there's some policies with economics, especially. Like, I mean, the tariffs are kind of like, I don't. But there's also the immigration policy, and I don't really like how he's going about it, though. I agree with the wall, right? I don't think it's gonna fully, entirely keep all of them out. Obviously, they can go over planes or whatever, the drugs and stuff like that. But I do think that we should do better with the immigration policies, like Obama did, I feel like. But how he's rounding them up and stuff like that without any due process, that's what I don't like. I don't fully agree with that. That's not cool. It's kind of like turning into like kind of an autocracy,
I believe that's what Donald Trump wants it to turn into, as an autocracy. That's why it's kind of weird that you're supporting him and that you voted for him, because he kind of said he was going to, I'm just saying, he kind of said he was going to do this from the get-go, right?
I mean, he didn't. I don't think he set up like immigration policies and stuff like that on the wall, back in like 2016. But I don't think he was going to do this whole like give $50,000 to ICE members if they catch people.
Donald Trump said he was going to be a dictator on day one. Like, why did you not understand that to mean that he wanted an autocracy?
Well, first of all, I want to go back to like 2016 to 2020. I don't think that he was covered by the press very fairly.
Sir, sir, hold on. You said that Donald Trump is doing acts that are consistent with an autocracy in this term, but Donald Trump said that he was going to be he said he was going to be an autocrat.
Okay. There's like Trump hats for 2028. That's pointing to like a fascist autocracy type of way of going it. I mean, there's only 2 terms allowed, and he's there's a 2028 hats, Trump 2028 hats. Like I don't get that. That part is kind of pointing me into the direction where I shouldn't have supported him. But a lot of my politics and policies align with more so on the left or libertarian. I'm more of a libertarian. I mean, I didn't think that Kamala Harris was going to do, as good, in economics, because where people have looked at in their highest like priority is economics. And he's a 1980s businessman, and I know he's definitely probably on the Epstein list, and
Yeah. Okay. So let's pause for a second. Okay.
He was
So
gonna,
hold on. Let's pause for a second.
right.
So currently, we have inflation increasing. We've had over 1 million jobs lost just this year. Worst job
Right.
numbers since COVID. We have the highest unemployment rate since COVID. Why do you think that Kamala Harris, a literal person with an economics degree, okay, a literal
Right.
person, okay, that helped recover our economy faster than any industrialized nation on the planet after COVID, why do you think that she was somehow going to be worse for our economy than Donald Trump, who literally drove us into a recession this first term?
Well, I don't think that she's experiencing that. I mean, I know that she has an economics degree, sure, but the track record for Trump and his business and economics is definitely outweighs that, and I feel like that's
What
perspective
track
of
record with
people.
economics? Hold on. What track record with economics? He drove us to a recession.
I know, but he built an economic empire from the 80s to the
No,
90s.
no, no, no,
and they're
no.
not-
Business and economics are two different things. Okay? Let's make that very clear.
Okay.
Business and economics are
Sure,
two different things.
sure.
Okay?
Sure. Yeah.
His economic track record, because again, he was the president from 2017 to 2021.
Right.
Okay? His economic track record was he drove us to a recession. Okay? So that's his economic recession, his economic past, right? That's what we're basing everything off of. His economic, he had a first. This isn't some person that's like 2016. I almost get it, right? Like he was a businessman, like whatever you thought, like he had done like all this good business, like okay, fine, sure, whatever. 2016, you didn't quite know like how bad he was or whatever. You thought he could do good, whatever. Then he was president. Then he was horrible for us economically. And then you still voted for him on this one and expected him to be better economically. That's what I don't understand, okay? Because his first
I
term, he
think
was
that's why
bad.
a lot of people voted for him.
I know, and I don't understand it. That's what I'm trying to understand.
I mean, I guess it's perspective of people. Perspective is reality, right? So, I mean, for certain people, obviously. But, I mean, I don't think he was very. And when you talk about recession, I think that's kind of like a generalized term. Like I think that's overused in this certain. I don't think it's fully that term. I mean, in 2020, I don't think he was fairly covered by the press. I don't think he was covered by the press very fairly on his acts on closing down the country, and with COVID. They call him xenophobic and stuff like that for shutting down the country earlier. And it's like no matter what, they're always covering him in like a way that's like against him.
That's simply not true. How old did you say you were?
20.
All right, that makes sense. Not just that's just bullshit.
Sure,
and you were
we
you were too young to remember it. So like I'm just being
I mean,
completely honest.
no, I think our okay.
I'm not trying to be a dick,
I
dude.
made
You were
a-
13 years old when all this happened. Okay, I'm not like expecting you
I
to
mean,
remember.
I was, yeah, and I used
Okay.
to be a Trump supporter,
Yeah.
but I definitely changed my mind, and
But stand by. I'm going to inform you of what really happened. Okay.
Okay,
Donald
yeah,
Trump tried to shut down immigration from Muslim countries, and everyone called him xenophobic. Then COVID.
right,
Hold
and I'm
on.
not
Hold
doubting
on.
that, I'm
Hold
not
on.
doubting
Then COVID hit, and everyone begged him to shut down the country, and he didn't do it. Okay, until it was too late and the spread had reached so far that it made no point whatsoever. No one called him xenophobic for shutting down the country for COVID. Actually, Congress enacted Title. Oh my God, just blanked right there.
Take time, man.
Not Title 8, why did I just blank? Oh my God, my brain just went completely. Title 42, thank you. I don't know why I wanted to say Title 14, and I was like, my brain went, that ain't right. That Congress enacted Title 42, which then shut down immigration for the country, pretty much against Trump's will. So no one called him freaking xenophobic. Okay.
I
No
think
one
there was
called
a
him
lot.
xenophobic for
I
that.
mean, there was
They called him xenophobic for
some.
the xenophobic shit. Okay.
Yeah,
And,
well,
and nobody
obviously,
covered Trump inaccurately. Okay. They covered Trump for what he's doing. Okay.
Not
For some
inaccurately, I'm
reason,
not saying inaccurately.
yeah, for some
just
reason,
saying,
people think it's like unfair to cover exactly what the president is doing at this current moment, which is crazy, right? Like,
Right. Yeah, it's crazy.
yeah, Donald Trump's not covered fairly by the Donald Trump is getting
No, not
preventative
now, not
MRI. Well, he wasn't.
Not now.
He was doing shit the first term too. He sucked. He wasn't good.
Well, yeah, okay,
He's not
sure.
good
Yeah,
at being president.
he's not, and I don't know why I voted for him. I thought that and I was 18 when I voted for him, right? Okay, I'm young. I don't know what everything about government, and I don't trust I don't trust the government at all. They've done terrible things. They've done slavery, Vietnam, invasion of Iraq, mostly for money from invasion of Iraq, and it's just I don't know why I voted for him. I just thought that maybe I could trust him with our economy because that's really my biggest priority is the economy. And what he's doing now is not like eliminating SNAP benefits and with the tariffs and stuff like that, lowering the economy. It's not all perfect and it's not all good. Okay. But there are some things, and I don't fully agree with the immigration policies either. I mean, it's kind of like what he's doing is it's like an autocracy. When Hitler came into term, he was voted in, and then he became an autocrat and created this whole fascist dictatorship. He got most of the votes from in Austria-Hungary. But what I'm saying is that it's just that from 2016, I don't think he was fairly reported or like fairly covered by the press from the start. And that's the whole thing, and that's why people have started to see. I get that it may not be may
He was
not
covered
be
just fine.
inaccurate.
He was covered.
He was covered in a
just fine.
biased manner.
No, he was not. He was not any more biased than any other president has. He just was worse. That's the whole thing. He was not covered any more biased than any other president. He was just simply worse. Okay.
Yeah,
and when
I
you're
agree with that.
doing worse stuff, then the coverage on you is worse because you're doing worse stuff. Okay,
Yeah, and I agree with
that's
that.
all it is. Okay, I'm so tired of this ridiculous narrative. First of all, if you think the media is covering him unfairly, that doesn't make him a better president.
I didn't fully say that. I didn't fully say that all the media coverage was unfair.
I know. I don't really know
I'm
what
saying that they
what we're
gave
even
he
talking
gave a
about right now.
reason. He gave a reason to the press. He's being snarky and stuff. He gave a reason to the press to cover him badly. He's a narcissist. He's super full of it, superiority complex. Thinks he's the king of the world. Type of shit. So it's kind of yeah, they covered him. In a biased manner, but he kind of gave a reason to the press to be covered unfairly. So I'm not saying that they covered him.
Just real quick, I'm gonna go ahead and shut this down because I don't know what the fuck we're talking about anymore.
Okay, yeah.
Just being completely honest with you, I don't know what the hell we're even talking about anymore. Okay.
Okay.
It sounds
Well,
like
it's
you're
good talking to you.
just being honest. I'm gonna go ahead and move on because I just
Well,
truly don't know
wanted
what
to
this
give
is
an
about.
insight. Yeah, fine. My last words are. I just wanted to give an insight on my view. I mean, so take care. Good talking to you. I feel like we have more on the I think we agree more on the policies than most people.
All right, man.
Even though that I voted for him, sure.
All right, man. Well,
Yeah,
have a
thanks
good
for
one. All
talking,
right.
man.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good one. Thanks for talking. Happy birthday, man.
Thank you, man. I appreciate that. You told me how to pronounce this. I think it was cutie or something. I'm just gonna call you cutie. Happy for Revolution around the Sunday. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate that. It was cutie or coyote or something. You told me how to pronounce it yesterday, but thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I'm screwing this up. And Jocular, thank you so much for the $10. Said one more happy birthday to you, brother. I appreciate that. Thank you so much, Jocular. I really, really do appreciate that. Kiyun. I'm Q, like the word Q, like the word Q, Qun. I don't know if I'm right. Thank you so much, Jocular. I appreciate that. And Jocular with the 5 gifted memberships also right behind that. I really, really appreciate that. Thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Y'all, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I really appreciate y'all. You're saying take another call. I don't really see that many calls coming in. Like this person here. Oh, I guess I do have some calls coming in. Dang it. All right. We'll see. Somebody's going to be here. Hello? Nope. You know what? This is a great thing to do right now. This is what we're going to do. Hi, Dave the Train Guy. How are you?
Doing good. How are you doing, Polly?
I'm doing great. Did you come with a train fact today?
Not less a trade fact. I was more calling to wish you happy birthday, man.
Well, thank you so much. I really appreciate that. We hadn't heard from you in a while. I thought I was getting a happy birthday train fact.
Well, I do got one for you. I might have already put it in your server.
Send it.
Let me figure out how to forward this. I'll just send the photos. So, I gotta grab the book with its build date. But Rockton Ryan 1931, built in 1912 by the Baldwin Locomotive Works, has the interesting fact of being the first steam locomotive to be painted up for the American 250. It is quite the interesting thing because they only painted up its tender. The Rockton Ryan 31 has spent most of its life now being number 9, but they slightly relettered it back to its Rockton Ryan guys.
So by the 250, you mean for like? So what did you mean by the colored up for the 250?
America 250 next year.
Okay, gotcha. For next year. Okay, I was like, we haven't hit that yet. So
a lot of short lines are painting up their diesel locomotives, and randomly this steam locomotive got painted up as well.
That's awesome.
Which is neat. Yeah,
that's awesome.
31 is lovingly cared for if anyone swings by Waycross, Georgia. It's at the Okeechobee, I think I pronounced that right, Heritage Center.
Okeechobee?
I think so. It's been a while since I've...
In what state?
In Waycross, Georgia.
Georgia. Okay. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. But it's the one of 2 steam locomotives down in Waycross, Georgia. It's lovingly cared for. Also, bonus fact, if anyone doesn't know what to do this month and is in the vicinity of Knoxville, Tennessee, Rockton Ryan 203 is running. Go see it. It's the only Rockton Ryan steam locomotive to ever run in preservation.
Well, there you go. If you're ever in Knoxville. Well, thank you so much, Dave. I haven't had a train fact from you in a while. I'm glad to have you up here for a bit.
Yeah, sorry, it's been a little busy.
No, you're good, man. I appreciate it. It makes it even more special when it's a little delayed. So thank you so much. I appreciate that.
Oh, we have a good birthday, man.
All right, you too. You too. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Bye.
Bye.
You too. That's like when you say, like, enjoy your meal, you too, at a restaurant or something like that. It's wild. Shannon, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Said happy birthday, missed you last week. Thank you so much for that. I really, really appreciate that. And Brianna, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo. Also, I really appreciate that. Big W's in the chat for both of them. Sorry, I don't know why I'm not getting notifications right now. It really, really sucks. And Deborah, thank you so much for the $20. I don't know if I already said that or not, but thank you so much. Deborah, thank you so much for the $20 over on Venmo also. I really appreciate that. 8-Bit Alex, thank you so much for the 10 pounds over there. So a little insight from how he is perceived in other countries. We can't believe how many people trust his lies blindly, despite so much proof. He isn't covered more than others. Just lies more. Happy birthday! Thank you so much, 8-Bit. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. That's very, very sweet. I really, really do appreciate that. Yo, please make sure you hit that follow button, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. I think I am just at 2 hours. I think I might call it a day. Ari messaged me to let me know that she booked dinner for my birthday. So I think I'm going to get off now. I was going to go another 10 minutes, but I think I'm going to get off now and go get ready to go have dinner and hang out for my birthday. I think that sounds like a plan. You guys cool with that? All right, y'all. I love you guys. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the birthday wishes. I really, really appreciate that. And for all the support. I will be back on tomorrow night. So I hope you guys have a wonderful evening, a wonderful day. I hope you guys had a wonderful Thanksgiving. I'm so happy to be back. And we are going to welcome in 2026 in the big 4-0. Next year. I think we're gonna, and that with the midterms, I think we're gonna have a really, really awesome year. I really, really think we are, right? Have a wonderful evening. I love you guys, all right? See you guys later. Bye.